Federal prosecutors in Brooklyn have sought bank records about entities associated with the family company of Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor, according to 4 people briefed on the matter. In recent weeks, prosecutors from the United States Attorney's Office in the Eastern District of New York subpoenaed records from Deutsche Bank, the giant German financial institution that has lent hundreds of millions of dollars to the Kushner family real estate business. M.R. Kushner, who was the Kushner Company's chief executive until January, still owns part of the business after selling some of his stake. The family businesses include many legal entities. It is not clear which records were sought by prosecutors, what they are seeking to learn from them, or to what degree, if any, they directly involve M.R. Kushner. There is no indication that the subpoena is related to the investigation being conducted by Robert S. Mueller III, the special counsel, into Russian meddling in the 2016 United States presidential election. 3 prosecutors on M.R. Mueller's team previously worked at the United States Attorney's Office in Brooklyn, one as recently as this year. Federal prosecutors around the country typically check with Justice Department headquarters when their investigations may overlap. The Brooklyn United States Attorney has been investigating the Kushner business's use of a program known as EB-5. It offers visas to overseas investors in exchange for $500,000 investments in real estate projects. But Deutsche Bank does not appear to have been involved in Kushner real estate projects financed through the EB-5 program. That suggests the prosecutor's subpoena may be unrelated to the visa program. We are unaware of any inquiry directed at Deutsche Bank from the EDNY. And have no reason to believe there is one, said a spokeswoman for the Kushner companies, referring to the Eastern District of New York. A subject of a subpoena wouldn't necessarily know that the subpoena had been served on a bank or other institution. The Kushner family has long-standing ties to Deutsche Bank. A financial disclosure form that M.R. Kushner filed with the government shows he and his mother have a line of credit from Deutsche Bank worth $5 million to $25 million. The bank also provided a $285 million mortgage to Kushner Companies last year to help it refinance a loan to buy several floors of retail space in the former New York Times building on 43rd Street in Manhattan. M.R. Kushner's company bought the space from Africa Israel Investments, a company owned by Lev Leviev. M.R. Leviev's company has an extensive real estate portfolio in Russia. M.R. Kushner was interviewed last month by investigators working for M.R. Mueller. M.R. Kushner answered questions about Michael T. Flynn, the former national security advisor, according to a person briefed on the interview. The interview, and the subpoena of Deutsche Bank, does not mean M.R. Kushner is suspected of wrongdoing. Defense lawyers typically do not consent to such interviews if they believe their clients are the target of an inquiry. Separately, M.R.